I'm Josh.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Baron.
You guys want to watch Power Rangers?
Oh no.
Only if we watch every single one.
No!
Hi, welcome back to Powering Through. We're at episode 8. It's called I, Guy. And I was wondering to myself, do you think this is a pun on iRobot or I?
Or I, Claudius, probably.
iRobot wasn't even out yet.
Or
It came out in 1993. I'm really stupid.
And history is made in this episode because it doesn't start in the juice bar.
Holy
No.
No, it starts.
It starts
Oh,
in
Billy's
Billy's house.
Billy's house, but it's clearly the
He's got a whole
science
he's got a whole laboratory in his house.
He has
Yeah.
the drawer.
If you're a
the
super
cabinet.
genius that can build a flying car that goes Mach 10 or whatever,
Yeah.
you gotta have a lab in your house.
Well, speaking of super geniuses, they've got like another 12-year-old with them.
It's
His
Billy's his mini me named Willy.
It's just Mini Billy. Yeah.
Yeah, mini Billy Willy.
And so they're playing VR Roller Coaster Tycoon
Yep.
That the little boy made.
that the little boy made. It's
Yep.
incredible.
Yep.
And Rita sees this. She's like, "Oh my god, I love intelligence. I'm gonna steal the most intelligent mind on the planet, a 10-year-old."
Yeah.
She's done this before on
Yeah.
a different planet where there's humans.
Yeah.
That's some weird
'Cause
lore.
they flash back.
There's
Yeah.
humans on different
Planets
planets.
like normal human.
Yeah, they
planets.
flash back. Finster's like, if you remember on Epsilon 9 or whatever it is.
Did he say a different planet, or could that have just been like last week?
I don't know.
And so the Power Rangers and Willy, they're going to bring this invention to the science fair, and a bunch of putties show up to steal VR about 20 years before it gets popular. And we see, guys, it's the worst fight scene of all time.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
They're knocking the putties down,
and it's
and they're
blurry
falling in slow motion. They zoom in on a putty's crotch in slow motion. It's
Yeah.
4 times!
Yep.
They show one of, I think it's Kimberly's kicks, and it's like kick, slow motion
And-
kick, slow motion.
Jason starts counting. They have some fighting routine where it's like 1, 2,
Yeah.
3,
And they
4.
all kick at once.
I
Yeah.
think
not
I think that's
useful.
kind of like
Yeah.
cover. Because it's like, oh, like in the Karate Cast
Oh,
class, guys.
for
1,
Willy,
2,
yeah, yeah,
3,
We
4.
put more thought into that than the writers ever did.
Another
Right.
child though, who's apparently
Yeah.
one of the smartest kids on Earth.
Can't figure it out.
Rita
Stupid-ass-
wants to steal his intelligence. He
Yeah.
can't figure out
Yeah.
these 5 teenagers are the Power
Yep.
Rangers.
So we go back up to Rita. She's pissed because the putties are just even more useless than normal.
Yep.
I guess the Power Rangers canonically get bloodlusted when a child is in danger.
Well,
which
just
makes sense.
yeah, they're defending a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she says, "Cook me up someone," and Finster's like, "Remember I Guy? who
Remember
stole
that
the
time when we
child?"
killed children on a
Yeah,
different planet
Yeah.
and human children on not Earth?
Yeah, he's like, "I improved him. He used to just be a floating eye. Now he's a man made of eyes.
Right, yeah.
A guy even."
And he can
Yep.
he can still detach that big eye, and that's where he
And
keeps
that's
the
where he
children.
steals.
Okay, so
Kids.
back to the juice bar. There's the science fair going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bulk and Skull walk in. Skull picks out like a brochure or something. It takes him.
And he can't read.
He can't read. He's reading annual fair, and he's like,
Where the rhyme?
"This
Yeah.
says annual
And
fair."
he reads forth that he goes, "For
Yeah,
like,
he can't read.
He's like 17. He's
This-
like,
yeah.
The school system has failed him.
Yeah.
He's probably like 20 because this is
Mhm.
before No Child Left
Yeah.
Behind.
Yeah.
So like,
And so
You know.
Bulk leads him in, crushing his hand. And,
Yep.
And
Well-
Bulk sees this gun sitting there that a child made,
yeah.
and he says, "Spray me, Skull." And he aims right at his crotch.
it turns out the kid made pants disappearing
He
spray.
evaporates his jeans.
Is that acid? Did he make controlled acid?
I don't know, but they were like, and then Bulk says the best line in the show: "You are dust."
No, you said it a little too normal.
Yeah.
Jason and Zach and
Yep.
Billy are like, "Hey, stop bullying
Oh,
children." And Bulk says, "You are dust."
And it's
The best line in the show. I
and then
don't
they
think
just-
it'll be topped.
Yeah, and so they're just fighting in the career, not the career fair, the
The
science
science
fair.
fair. And Skull fights himself. Like, he goes to punch Zach. Zach catches his fist.
Yep.
Skull flies back.
No, he folds himself into a trash can.
Yeah.
This happened a few times though. I think he just wants to
But
be
this
there.
time, like,
It's a comfortable
nobody...
place.
The only thing anyone did to him was catch his punch. Zach
Yeah.
did not throw a single blow. Skull flew into the trash can on his own.
Right.
They're still doing this Steven Seagal technique, I
They
guess.
corral them together,
Yep.
and Kimberly and Trini are standing next to a giant cylinder that is covered in like every birthday decoration ever.
Mhm.
And they say, "Fashion time!" And they push them in, and conveniently, someone made a clothes up-hearing machine.
Right. Yeah. And they come out wearing just like a
Dress.
dress and makeup and wigs,
Yep.
and they're like, "Oh!" and they run out.
Run away.
And then the professor, or at
Judge.
least the teacher, the judge at the science fair, goes, "Willie, how dare you make this happen? Because this is your fault, and you're disqualified."
Yeah, Willie didn't even.
He didn't even
Crazy.
do
wasn't
anything.
involved.
He
I
didn't
guess
start it.
He associates
He was
Willie
just-
with Billy because he's wearing overalls and do a
Yeah.
handshake
But
together.
It's
even
still not
Billy
even
wasn't
Billy's
doing
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone, it's
Well, no.
Vulcan's fault.
Bulk and Skull were kind of incapacitated on this cart,
And
and Billy decided to put them
Billy was
in the
Yeah.
clothes machine.
But still, Willie did nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lost art in a big guy in an oversized dress.
Mhm.
There's a lost art in that. They don't do that
Yeah,
anymore.
that's true. And it's a Monty Python.
It's just a
thing.
horrible miscarriage of justice.
And so Willie gets sad and he runs away.
I got
And,
angry.
And instantly runs to the forest.
And,
Oh,
and he runs
to
to
a
the lake where he broods.
he monologues. You hear his inner thoughts in dialogue. It's like, what am I gonna do?
Could
I'm
go
worthless.
Mm-hmm. And then
There's no
Eye Guy
hope
shows
for
up and he's like, "You're coming with me." And he
Zap.
zaps him and he brings him
And
in
he-
to this contraption.
So this is taking place within Eye Guy's eye.
Yes, it's a
It's
little
a
submarine.
gyroscope setup
Yeah.
where the
It's
boy
the
is being
thing-
rolled
It's the
around.
thing they put NASA astronauts on to
Yep.
like learn how to
Yeah.
handle
But
G-force.
somehow it'll
This
suck
would have
his
been really
mind.
useful last episode when they
Yeah.
were in the car going a million miles an hour.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
And I think it just spins the smart out of the kid, maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yep. And
Zordon.
yeah, the Power Rangers are there. They see the boy's hat. Uh-oh, he's gone.
Yep.
Zordon,
Yep.
come on back. This is somehow connected to me.
He's overseeing everything.
I guess he always watches
Yeah.
them like
And so he
Rita.
says, "This is Eye Guy with the viewing globe."
Yep. Oh, they prepare their teleport back. They wait for like 15 seconds. You know they're drawing out the episode
Right,
duration.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the longest episode. They clearly only shot like enough to fill 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and
they
because
draw
there's
it
the
out.
scene where they're fighting the putties and it's all slowed down in a
Yep,
replay.
yep.
There's
Yeah.
this where every shot is like 3 seconds too long.
Yeah.
So Zordon tells them,
And probably the weakest fighting of any episode so far.
Yeah, because they
there's nothing.
teleport down to Eye Guy in the outskirts.
And
And
then we had
immediately Zord time.
the-
Well, a gun, then Zord.
They put a lot of animation into Eye Guy because he's got a bunch of beams coming out of his
Yeah,
eyes. He's got little Pac-Man, little like munchy little
yeah,
Pac-Man.
and they're all
those-
like drawn on in
those
paint.
look
Yeah.
very
There's
nice.
no
Yeah.
3D.
And so it's Zord time.
No,
and
it's they make the crossbow and
Oh,
they
my
shoot
bad.
him and they
Yeah.
blow him up
Oh,
in a bunch of little
A funny
eyes.
thing, Zordon's explaining why the child was stolen. He says, Rita wants to gain control of his powerful mind. But it sounds like he's saying, Rita wants to gain control of his powerful vibe.
He's just
Right.
too chill.
Yep. He was sitting by the lake there.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
true, he's
chill.
And so they blow him up. He reforms because he's just made of like a bunch of eyes, and they come back.
And that was
together.
kind of fun. There's like,
It's a cool design.
puppetry,
I love
yeah.
it. It was great.
Yep.
And so they form the Zord, and to further accentuate how insane this episode is, how long and drawn out it is, we get a 2-minute long
Mhm.
Zord
Mhm.
morphing sequence.
and it's so boring.
And we get new footage of the Zords,
Yeah,
which
they've
is
been
crazy.
waiting for
Eye
a dull
Guy.
one.
And Billy he goes away to like stab the eye with his trident. He's like, "Oh, I gotta go get the
Oh,
main eye."
Zordon's like the boys in the eye controls the big
Yeah,
guy.
Destroy the eye.
And he destroys the eye, but he doesn't destroy the eye because they just go into the Zords.
He hits the eye and it's like, fall back.
Yeah, the eye
And it-
falls back.
Yeah,
And then Rita makes it big.
Mhm.
They go
and so
through the
they
motions.
do the power sword.
Yep.
Or they do the power sword.
Roaring
They're
heavens.
fighting the big eye guy, and then they just get him in the
That's
eye.
it.
They
Yeah.
blow him up. They send
There's
him to
no
hell. It's the
special
most killer
technique.
episode
Yeah.
ever.
And Billy falls from about 10 stories up because
No,
Willie.
Willie.
Willie
sorry.
tumbles out of
He
the eye
falls out of
monster.
giant eye guy just
A nice
and
little roll. He's
okay.
fine.
And so they go back to the juice bar, to the science fair. Somehow Willie decided to go back out of his depressed state.
right.
And the judge and Ernie are like, "Whoa, I love roller coasters."
So yeah, they're in the VR machine.
Yeah, he just left it there, I guess, hooked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. And so the
And then-
judge acts like a 5-year-old. He's like, "I'm so
Yeah,
sorry."
I'm sorry. Oh
Yeah.
well, it's fun. He
He's
puts a
dubbed
blue
over.
ribbon right on the boy.
He's dubbed
Oh, the
over.
boy,
weirdly.
not even.
Yeah, right on the boy like a prize-winning pig.
Mhm.
And
That'll
then
do, Willie.
Billy and Willie do this weird handshake where they pluck their overalls. It's like,
It's like-
doing.
It's like boink, boink, boink.
Yep. And then that's it.
And that's it. And
Well,
I-
Bulk and Skull come back,
It's
and they're
like-
like, "Come on, give us our clothes."
yeah, they
back,
still
please."
have makeup
and
on.
they drive their clothes too long so they're small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they did that on purpose. They're
Kimberly
like, "Oh, we
did it
have
on
your
purpose.
clothes."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're tormenting these guys.
Yeah.
This time, Bulk and Skull were being rude though. So
They literally did
Uh,
a fight in
well,
a science
Bulk-
fair.
Oh, he wanted to go to
They
the
wanted
science
to
fair
fight
to mess
people,
with
yeah.
nerds.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
Rita's like, I need to steal the smartest people's brains. This was a science fair with like a judge who I can only assume was like at least a teacher.
But
or
think
a
about
professor.
the child's potential. If he invented VR 20 years
That's
early,
true.
he's
But why would she stunt his potential like that by stealing him at the age of 10?
Because she would have the potential.
She's
it gives
10
her the mind.
And then
I
she
don't
could kill the Power Rangers!
know. Well, that was that.